Come on up here, Lou, please. This is not prepared. This is what the gospel is all about. Spontaneous witness. Tell us, Lou, about what happened.
Alan, you're going to be disappointed because it's not going to be a very good witness one. I'm just trying to think how I would have happened when I was actually at the Anglican Church, and it was during a very brief part in the service when the service was actually taking place, and it was one of my friends who's very much a born-again Christian who was in the choir and asked me what was the badge, and I didn't have time to answer her at the time, and I haven't been back. It was Enid, by the way, Aileen, from KYB. So I've got to talk. I'll have to tell her what they are. Let me share the
microphone. Had she asked you what were they, what would you have answered?
I knew you were going to put me on the spot there. Well, I'm just trying to think how I would have said it to Enid, but the two questions are, one of them is, if you were to die tonight, would you go to heaven? And that's a big question, and there's a lot of people in the churches who... I have actually asked that question of people, and some people even within the church, and quite often they'll stop and say, "Oh, I don't know, I hope so." And it's a question really that we need to know, so...
What was the question, the second?
So the second question is, if you do get to heaven, and you get to the door and God says to you, "Why should I let you into my heaven?" What's your answer? And most people will come back with, "Well, I think I've been pretty good. I've been to church and I read the Bible and I pray and I believe," and they'll come up with all kinds of things.
You're right about that, Lou. They will have a response, but their response is their response. And when we ask those questions, it actually helps them to put into context what it is they do or don't believe.